I am very, very picky when it comes to wings. I'm not a big fan of the big giant one that has the big tail on it. I don't like those types of wings. I like my medium-sized wings because they're always more tender.
Sure.
They're always more juicy. But what's nice about what Killer Grillers does is everything is done for you. They are lightly smoked. They have a very, I would call a slightly sweet and savory flavor.
Sure.
They are super, super tender. You're going to get 4 pounds. That's 2 jumbo 2-pound bags. We dropped the price $10 today, and it's free shipping and handling. These are my go-to wings, man. These are so good.
They are the
And you can,
best.
if you want, you could buffalo them up. You can do whatever you want because the seasoning is not overpowering.
That's what's great about it.
Perfect.
It's that, in Killer Grillers, that's what we do best. So it's all about making it easy for you, making it possible for you to have the best competition-style barbecue, but really just heating and eating, which that doesn't get better than that. So you don't have to heat up the grill. You don't have to do any of those things. You can just pop it open, heat it up, and you're off to the races. Now, what I'm holding here, we have the 2 different types. I'm gonna hold this one in here so you can see it fully before I broke it off. But this is our sweet and savory. So if you wanna go sweet and savory, that's the one that I think is kind of like, it's got a little bit of a tang, right?
Yeah.
But it's not, the sweet is kind of the more mellow part of it, I'd say, but it's also not spicy. It's just very flavorful.
Got just a little more seasoning, and I actually, the smoky honey is the one that I like.
So that's the one that's in front of you. So, or you can go smoky honey. And smoky honey, so you'll see the difference if I hold them up next to each other. Let me grab one from over here so you can kind of see coloration differences a little bit and spice differences. So smoky honey is just it's gonna give you that smoke first with the sweet of the honey finish, but neither one, I always like to make a point, neither one too overpowering. They really just are that perfect amount of just like really, God, I don't even know how to, if you like smoky things, go with smoky honey.
Yeah.
If you like tangy, like a little bit more of a spice.
Because I've tried them both, and in my opinion, they probably smoke the smoky honey a little bit longer, and it gets a little more of that penetration of the smoke flavor. So if you are a true barbecue person and you love smoke, I would go the smoky honey.
For sure.
If you like something a little bit lighter, then I would go the sweet and savory. But remember, you're getting 4 pounds of this.
That's right.
That is a lot of chicken. I mean, that's enough for probably 10, 12 different meals, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're getting a lot of food for $69.95, and we're gonna deliver it. It is already cooked.
Yep.
My suggestion is either air fryer. If you have time, you can always put it on a sheet tray and put it in your oven.
For sure,
at like 325 and just leave it there, because what I like about that is I like my wings always more cooked than everybody else.
Sure.
Crispy.
I do too.
So I do it. You're gonna get, right now the way they come, they're perfectly good to eat. You just wanna heat them, but if you like them a little more crispy, you've got room to do that. And then, as I said before, you can add whatever you want to it. If you wanna buffalo them, go right ahead. If you have your own favorite barbecue sauce, you can add that or put it on the side. You can do these in ranch, you can do these in blue cheese. They are unbelievably tender. And I think the one thing I love more than anything else is that even when I go to like Publix, which is our supermarket down here, the wings inside the box are always assorted sizes. There's no consistency. There'll be 1 or 2 big ones. There'll be some that don't even look like a chicken wing. I don't even know what they are. It's like a little knob with some meat on it, right?
Right.
But what I love about ours is they're totally consistent. So whether you get the 2-bone or the single bone, I like the 2-bone one.
Me too.
That's always been my favorite.
Me too.
But you're gonna get a good blend of both of those.
Yeah.
Free shipping, $23 on your credit card, and we will ship them out. There's nothing better than on a game day, and it could be baseball, obviously it's baseball season now, but on a game day, having wings in your freezer.
Oh,
so you
for
don't
sure.
have to go buy them and spend all the money.
Wings are crazy expensive now.
Everything
like,
is.
I can't even understand. Like, it used to always be like, oh, if you wanted to go out and get something that was kind of reasonably priced, oh, we're gonna go get wings, right? Because it was like, but not anymore. Now, especially if you want to side with it, forget it. So what I love about what we're doing at Killer Grillers is we're giving you 4 pounds of wings so that you can really have as much or as little at each sitting as you want. They come in a bag. I'm gonna show you real quick that I have down here. So the bag that they come in is like for the freezer. And then here we've just taken some out, we've used them, and then here's what's left. So then you just put your bag like this right up in the freezer. You're good to go. If you want to use the entire thing, you can. But I love that you said the different ways to heat it up. Instructions are coming along with, so it's really simple for you to follow along. My favorite is the air fryer because I think the air fryer crisp smell, I like how you like, which is crispy on the outside.
This is how I like my
Look,
wings.
yes, yes.
So, and by the way, this is the sweet and savory. I think this is sweet and savory.
It's on this side?
Yeah.
Yep, sweet and savory.
So this is the sweet and savory. And again, it is very, very tender. You can see the pull.
Look at
how
that.
that comes right off. That is how I like my wings. And then you have a nice clean bone underneath. I'm gonna put that in my mouth. Oh my God.
It's so
these
good.
are, and there's not even any sauce on them.
No.
That is a perfect chicken wing.
And that's
And it has a little peppery taste at the end, but not like spicy heat.
correct.
You know what I mean?
So I think that's what's nice about it. Is it's flavorful and it's got like a little. I call it sassy. Like it's a little sassy, but
That's
like I
so
think it's
good.
perfect if you like a little more. You're more savory than you are about the sweet. So it's got that sweet finish, but again, it's more savory and sassy. But if you like sweeter and you want to have that like smoke forward, that's where I would go with the smoky honey. But either way you go, these are tumble seasoned. So I like that you brought that up. Here's the deal. Most restaurants, they actually put them in the fryer, your chicken wings, and then they just slap on a whole bunch of hot sauce, right? Just to mask the fact that either the chicken wings aren't that great or that they didn't take their time with them, because when you just put them in the fryer, that's just like flash frying them. A lot of times also they bread them. So these are not breaded.
Yeah.
These are tumble seasoned.
These are naked and delicious.
So good.
Yep.
And the seasoning is permeated, right? So the way when we smoke our wings, it's going into not just the skin, it's
the
going
color.
into the entire meat completely. So that's why when you bit into that, you were like, oh my gosh, because you taste that flavor all the way
You know
throughout.
what? And you know what? It doesn't have any of the grisly, nasty part. Like if I've had wings,
Right.
and I've had wings. We have a ton of
It's not
wings
good
places here in
quality.
Florida. You know that. We got all kinds of crazy
that.
wing places. And I cannot stand it when I bite into a wing and the skin has not been cooked properly.
Right.
Because
Perfect.
because these are slow cooked and roasted, the fat has a chance to render. It's not deep fried where only the exterior
Right.
gets cooked.
That's
because
right.
that's what happens when you deep fry. You're basically cooking fast, okay? And you're crisping up the outside. But the problem is the interior doesn't have a chance to tenderize. And a lot of that gelatin and the things that are kind of ooey gooey that you don't like,
Yeah.
that melts when it's roasted. It doesn't necessarily happen when it's fried, which is why a lot of people, myself included, if I get fried wings,
Yeah.
I always ask the chef, are you single frying or double frying? Because you have to double fry.
That's right.
You have to, because you're never going to get that cooked. We got our boys over here enjoying. What do you think, guys? With some clean look. And look at clean right to the bone, right? None of that gooey stuff, none of that tendony stuff that makes you kind of gag when you eat a chicken wing. So if you want them, most popular, Pat, I believe, sweet and savory, which is that's the one that I like. And remember,
Yep.
if you want the smoky honey, you can do that too. But I think the sweet and savory, for me, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
And by the way, as I said earlier, I'm not averse to throwing these dressing these up with buffalo sauce.
Oh, sure.
All right. And here's what it does. Now you've got buffalo with just a little bit of that sweetness, and man, it's a home run. It is a total home run. All right, we are very busy. You can use express ordering. That's the way to go. So it always amazes me how universally people love chicken wings.
I mean, chicken wings are just like kind of like that easy hangout,
Yeah.
comfort food, right? That is just like
And you gotta work it a little bit.
You know what I mean? You gotta get in there.
I like that.
I love messy food sometimes because it takes away the posterity. Like, you know, like if we're
Yeah.
eating and we're being all like proper, well, we kind of like let our hair down and we kind of have a
What
good
you're saying
time.
is this is not really great first date food.
Maybe,
Although,
or maybe it is.
see, I would love that. Because I'm a
Could you
guy.
just-
I'm like, yeah,
you know?
I'd be like, girl, dig in, man.
Get
Eat
in
that
there.
thing. Go in and rip
And then
that
if
thing
if
up.
she eats, she's an eater, you're like,
Right.
all right, that's a good sign.
Then I know that's not gonna be a lot of maintenance there because she doesn't care. She's like, hey, I don't care. I'm
That's
eating,
right.
man. Let's enjoy.
I have always
All
been
right.
an eater.
Facebook friends, you got to order these. You're going to
this
love,
guy.
love them. I love that Carrie takes them and pulls them apart because you know that's how you can tell a good wing, right? If you pull a wing apart and it snaps like a piece of rubber, that's not what you want. You want that meat to tear gently off the bone, and then you work your way around like corn on the cob. You know,
Yep.
I had my first 2 years of corn on the cob yesterday.
Oh, really?
There's an organic brand at the supermarket. I've
Yeah.
never seen it before.
Yeah.
And they have 2 ears of corn like in a bag and a plastic container. It's so good.
Yum.
But you know, that's another one of those summertime things. I mean,
Yes.
think about it. Wings and corn on the cob, come on.
So perfect. That's why we have that over there actually with our chipotle sauce that we put on it. So you don't have to sauce these. They are so delicious. That's the point he was making, that the rub that's on it is already so infused into the chicken meat that you don't need to put anything on it. The way that we do this, because we don't fry it, because we do smoke it over a long period of time, it's that low and slow cooking that's going to give you that really crispy outside, but it's going to give you that very juicy inside. So these are the juiciest, most like unbelievably great tasting wings that you're ever gonna have. And if you want sauce, you can add sauce. That's
I know.
the nice part.
All right, so listen, I know our clock went down, but our producer, Pat, the amazing Pat, said we're so busy right now, we're trying to handle everybody's orders. If you can use express ordering, that's the way to go. But listen, if you don't want to mess with And please don't buy frozen chicken wings at the supermarket. Please don't. At least if you're going to get wings at the supermarket, get the real ones, the fresh ones. But if you want really good, and I'm talking about championship caliber chicken wings.
4 pounds of them too.
This is the way to go.
You are 100% right.
All right, we're going to go to our side here because
Okay.
we've got great side